Welcome, space explorers and thrill seekers, to a journey through the most hellish planets in our solar system. Forget about lush landscapes and alien civilizations, because today, we're diving headfirst into scorching heat, bone-crushing pressure, and atmospheres that would make your worst nightmare look like a day at the beach. Today, we'll explore the excruciating ways you could meet your end on these deadly worlds. We're talking instant vaporization, crushing depths, and toxic storms that would make even the bravest astronaut think twice. So, buckle up, because this is one cosmic roller coaster you won't soon forget. Our first stop is Venus, often called Earth's twin because of its similar size. But don't let that fool you. This beauty is a beast. Imagine stepping out onto a planet with surface temperatures hot enough to melt lead. 842 degrees Fahrenheit, folks. You wouldn't last a second, and if the heat doesn't get you, the pressure will. Venus's atmosphere is 90 times denser than Earth's. It's like being 3,000 feet beneath the ocean's surface. You'd be crushed instantly. Oh, and did I mention the atmosphere is made up mostly of carbon dioxide with clouds of sulfuric acid? Talk about a bad hair day. Next, we're off to Mercury, the smallest planet in our solar system and the closest to the sun. Now, you might think that means it's constantly a furnace. Well, you're only half right. Mercury has the most extreme temperature swings in the solar system. On the side facing the sun, temperatures can reach a scorching 800 degrees Fahrenheit, but on the dark side, it plummets to a frigid minus 290 degrees. That's a difference of over 1,000 degrees. You'd either be fried to a crisp or frozen solid depending on which side of the planet you landed on. But wait, there's more. Mercury also lacks a substantial atmosphere, meaning there's no protection from the sun's deadly radiation. So even if the temperatures didn't kill you, the radiation would. Mars, the red planet, has captured our imaginations for centuries. It's home to Olympus Mons, the largest volcano in the solar system, and Valles Marineris, a canyon system so grand it makes the Grand Canyon look like a ditch. But don't let the stunning views fool you. Mars wants you dead. First, there's the atmosphere, or lack thereof. It's about 100 times thinner than Earth's, and it's mostly carbon dioxide. You'd suffocate in seconds. And even if you had a spacesuit full of oxygen, you'd still have to contend with the incredibly low atmospheric pressure. Your blood would literally boil. And if that wasn't enough, Mars is notorious for its dust storms. These aren't your average dust devils, folks. We're talking planet-encompassing storms that can last for months, blocking out the sun and covering everything in a thick layer of red dust. Chapter 4. Jupiter, the gaseous giant with a shocking secret. Now let's venture to Jupiter, the king of our solar system. This gas giant is so big you could fit 1,300 Earths inside it. But don't let its majestic beauty fool you. Jupiter is a killer. First, there's the Great Red Spot, a storm that's been raging for centuries. This isn't your average hurricane, folks. We're talking winds over 400 miles per hour and lightning storms that would make Zeus himself tremble. You'd be torn to shreds before you could say Great Red Spot. And if the storms don't get you, the pressure will. As you descend into Jupiter's atmosphere, the pressure increases dramatically. It's like diving into the ocean, but instead of water, it's hydrogen and helium gas. You'd be crushed like a bug under a giant's foot. Chapter 5. Saturn, the ringed planet with a deadly halo. Ah, Saturn, the jewel of our solar system. Its rings are a sight to behold, but they're also incredibly dangerous. Imagine billions of pieces of ice and rock ranging in size from dust grains to houses, all whizzing around the planet at tens of thousands of miles per hour. Now imagine your spacecraft trying to navigate through that. One wrong move and you'd be pulverized. And even if you managed to avoid the rings, you'd still have to deal with Saturn's atmosphere. Like Jupiter, Saturn is a gas giant with intense atmospheric pressure and violent storms. The winds here can reach speeds of over 1,000 miles per hour. That's faster than the speed of sound on Earth. You'd be ripped apart before you even knew what hit you. Next up is Uranus, the ice giant with a chilly disposition. This planet is tilted on its side, which means it has the most extreme seasons in the solar system, but that's the least of your worries. Uranus's atmosphere is mostly methane, which is highly toxic to humans. One breath and you'd be a goner. But here's the kicker. Deep within Uranus's atmosphere, the pressure and temperature are so intense that scientists believe it rains diamonds. That's right, diamonds. Of course, you'd be long dead before you could collect any. But hey, at least you die in a shower of precious stones, right? Our penultimate stop is Neptune, the farthest planet from the Sun. This blue giant is known for its incredibly strong winds, which can reach speeds of over 1,200 miles per hour. That's faster than the speed of sound on Earth. Imagine being caught in a hurricane with winds that strong. You'd be tossed around like a rag doll and torn to shreds in an instant. And if the winds didn't kill you, the extreme cold would. Neptune's average temperature is minus 392 degrees Fahrenheit. You'd freeze solid in a matter of seconds. So unless you have a thing for supersonic winds and instant frostbite, I'd recommend staying far, far away from Neptune. Last but not least, we arrive at Pluto, the dwarf planet that captured our hearts. But don't let its cute, icy exterior fool you. Pluto is a cold, unforgiving world. With an average temperature of minus 387 degrees Fahrenheit, Pluto is one of the coldest places in our solar system. You'd freeze solid in an instant. And even if you had a suit that could withstand the cold, you'd still have to contend with the incredibly thin atmosphere. Pluto's atmosphere is so thin that it's practically non-existent. You'd suffocate in seconds. So, unless you're a fan of instant frostbite and suffocation, I'd recommend admiring Pluto's beauty from afar. Thanks for joining us on this deadly tour of our solar system. We've seen firsthand how unforgiving our cosmic backyard can be. But even in the face of such danger, the human spirit of exploration persists. Where should we send our explorer next? Let us know in the comments. And if you're brave enough to join us on our next cosmic adventure, be sure to support us on Patreon. Your contributions help us explore the universe and bring you amazing content like this. Until next time, keep looking up.